The federal government has been sending kids far and wide, including to Nebraska, where the governor, Dave Heineman, is far from pleased at how it's being done in his case. So, Governor, these 200 children brought to your state in recent months, is it true you were told nothing about them coming?
That's exactly right. I only learned last Thursday or Friday when Senator Johans found out that the federal government has sent 200 illegal individuals to our state. No mayor's been notified. I haven't been notified. And we believe we deserve that notification.
Do you know who they are? I mean, do you know that they are all children? Do you know anything about them?
We don't know anything about them right now, other than the Department of Health and Human Services has said that about 200 are here in the state. And then I've requested of their office, and we're sending a letter to their office that our two senators, two congressmen, and I are signing, demanding and requesting who are these illegal individuals, who are they going to be sponsored by, what's their status, and where are they located. Our concern is the cost, and they're not supposed to be receiving federal or state taxpayer-funded benefits, and the easiest way for us to make sure that doesn't happen is to know who they are.
A spokesman for the Department of Health and Human Services has said that they're legally barred from giving you any information because of privacy concerns. Do you buy that?
No, I don't. The fact of the matter, these are illegal individuals. These aren't legal American citizens, so I'm not quite buying that argument. I'm pleased to tell you that Senator Johans from Nebraska, Congressman Terry from Omaha, they're going to introduce legislation requiring the Secretary of Health and Human Services to share this information, and I suspect that'll be part of the debate in the next week or two about how they're going to move forward in that regard.
How much of this, though, is about politics? Obviously, you're a staunch opponent of President Obama. I was just looking at I think a Pew study. They estimate you have some 45,000 undocumented immigrants in your state. Does 200, kids or whoever really make much of a difference?
Well, it's not just the 200. It's 200 today, how many it is tomorrow. And this isn't about partisan politics. I agree with the president. We will treat them humanely while they're here, and then we should expeditiously return them to their country of origin. So again, it's not about politics. Talk to governors of both parties. Governor Hickenlooper of Colorado, Democrat, he's expressing the same concerns I am.
As you hear about the conditions that some of these kids are living in a place like Honduras, where drug lords run the elementary schools, press these kids into service as foot soldiers in the drug war there. Do you see them, do you think any of them have a right to be here as refugees? Do you see them in that way at all, just as on humanitarian grounds, or do you think they should all be returned back to their countries of origin?
There could be a few that will qualify on humanitarian grounds. I don't know enough of the detail, especially when they won't share anything with us. I know a lot of citizens are concerned, will they have vaccinations as they get into our schools? So again, we need more information, but this is a crisis. This is an extraordinary situation that demands action by the federal government, and the key is secure the border in the first place, then we wouldn't have this challenge.
Governor, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Anderson.
That's Governor of Nebraska. Next, more on the train that the mother and child, Rosa Flores, spoke to, actually took. Gary, talk